Oh boy, guys. LeBron just got injured. I can't believe I'm even saying this. LeBron is actually hurt, and honestly, I'm surprised. With the Lakers dealing with so many injuries right now, important injuries, I believe they must make a move. And with the NBA trade deadline coming up in literally less than a week, it's kind of bad timing for the Lakers to lose LeBron right now. With this injury happening, I believe the Lakers are put in a new position. The Lakers still have to try to make a move so they don't lose games and fall down the Western Conference. So if you're a Lakers fan and you want to know some moves the Lakers could make after this LeBron James injury, you're gonna like this. But quickly, before I get out of the video, just want to say, if you're new to the channel and you love basketball, welcome to ezBUCKETz. My name is Soom and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about the Lakers. The Lakers losing LeBron is a big loss because the Lakers already don't have Anthony Davis. The last time Anthony Davis played was on February 14th, and the fact that right now the Lakers are without their two best players, their two star players, I'm just not sure how good they're gonna be when it comes to winning games. The usage rate of LeBron James is just so high, and without him, a lot of players have to step up, whether it's Kuzma, Dennis Schroeder, or Montrez. Who else here saw this picture of LeBron on the floor and just completely went insane and just got worried? Anybody out there? I saw this picture on Instagram and I was like, oh my god, what happened? And then I went to Shams and he said, Lakers MVP candidate LeBron James has a right ankle injury and will not return to the game. Guys, after reading this, so many players got hit with a right ankle injury and they've been out a long time. And then I went to Woj and checked what he said. He said X-rays negative on LeBron James' right ankle, which is good news. MRI results still pending, which means LeBron just passed the first stage of not getting hit with this season-ending injury. Basically, his ankle is not fractured. And then later on, Woj tweeted this: high ankle sprain for LeBron James, out indefinitely. If you guys don't know what that means, it basically means they have no timetable yet. And then of course with my curiosity and worry, I went to Google and searched up how long a high ankle right sprain injury could take to come back and to heal, and this is what I found. It can take up to 6 to 8 weeks to return to normal activity, but can sometimes take even longer. A general rule of thumb is that bones take roughly 6 weeks to heal, while soft tissues, example ligaments, take around 3 months to heal. Guys, I'm not saying LeBron is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks or even longer. I'm just saying this is what Google is telling me. So Laker fans, you have to keep this in mind. Within the next few days, we're going to find out more on the timetable and a potential return date. But of course, guys, we all know LeBron. He's going to try and do whatever it takes to get back on the court. This is what LeBron tweeted today. Nothing angers and saddens me more than not being available to and for my teammates. I'm hurt inside and out right now. The road back from recovery begins now. Back soon like I never left. Hashtag the kid from Akron. We all know this. LeBron is a beast. He's a monster. He's not gonna let an injury stop him from winning the NBA championship. And with all this happening, that's why I kind of wanted to make this video today, talking about some potential moves the Lakers might make after this injury. After losing LeBron, the Lakers might be forced to take a new direction when it comes to this year's NBA trade deadline. They might have to actually be active and get another star, or in other words, a go-to scorer, because even though the Lakers don't really want the first seed in the Western Conference, they still want to have a good seeding and be at a home court advantage, which is why they want to stay second or third and still win games. And if LeBron James' injury could take longer than 3 to 4 weeks, I do believe they can't lose all the games that are coming up. They have to be competitive. For this video, I'm going to be talking about 4 potential moves that I believe the Lakers should make for them to still stay competitive after this LeBron James injury. The first move I believe they could make is trying to trade for Zach LaVine of the Chicago Bulls, and I know a lot of you Laker fans out there love Zach LaVine and love the idea of him joining LeBron and Anthony Davis. A fun fact to know is that during last year's NBA All-Star Weekend, Zach LaVine was interviewed about if there's a player in the NBA he would love to play with, who would it be? And guess who he said? He said LeBron James. Ever since that small interview, every Laker fan out there has been starting rumors talking about Zach LaVine going to LA and forming a super team and forming a dynasty. So far this year, Zach LaVine is having a monster season. He's averaging about 28 points per game plus. And we're talking about the Bulls right now, they simply aren't in a comfortable playoff situation. With the Lakers still being championship favorites and the Bulls being active in this year's NBA trade talk, a trade between both teams, it wouldn't be surprising at all. If the Lakers can offer up Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Kyle Kuzma, and Wesley Matthews, plus a first-round pick, I believe this wouldn't be a bad deal for the Bulls to accept, as the Lakers are offering up some good assets in exchange for a star. A big part of the Bulls' backcourt right now is how bad their defense is. That's why Coby White and Zach LaVine cannot exist on the same floor. So trading either Coby White or Zach LaVine is something the Bulls might try to do, as it simply makes them better for the future. My favorite part about this trade is the Lakers don't lose Dennis Schroeder, they don't lose Montrezl Harrell, and from what we're hearing, the Lakers are trying to free up some cap space for this upcoming offseason so they can re-sign Dennis. That's why this trade makes a lot of sense, losing KCP and Kuzma and clearing some cap space for a potential re-sign. If Zach LaVine goes to the Lakers, he could easily help the Lakers win some games without LeBron, and then AD comes back in, I would say, about 2 weeks, and then Zach LaVine and AD can build some chemistry. It makes a lot of sense. Schroeder, LaVine, and AD could be a pretty good trio while LeBron is resting for the playoffs. The next trade scenario is the Lakers going for a big man, somebody that's being rumored right now, and that's Myles Turner of the Indiana Pacers. Ever since the beginning of the season, the Lakers have always been linked to a center, or in other words, a shot blocker, and right now with Myles Turner averaging 3.4 blocks per game, he's the best shot blocker in the NBA. A big part of why the Lakers won the NBA championship last year was having Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee, two elite shot blockers, and right now with them having Montrezl Harrell and they're not happy with Marc Gasol, I do believe they're going to try to make a move to get a dominant shot blocker that can instantly make them amazing. If the Lakers can offer up Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Marc Gasol, and Alex Caruso, this wouldn't be a bad deal, as the Indiana Pacers get some good assets to help them push for the NBA playoffs. Myles Turner has been linked to the Lakers a long time now. A big reason why he's being linked to the Lakers is when he was a rookie, guess who was his head coach? It was Frank Vogel, the Lakers head coach right now. Frank Vogel has high praise for Myles Turner, and that's why I believe that relationship could potentially form a reunion. What's very special about Myles Turner is his ability to spread the floor and shoot the three ball, and with the Lakers right now not having a consistent big man that can do that, Marc Gasol is okay, I would say, but Montrezl can't shoot at all. Getting Turner to be the starting center would be perfect. Hassan Whiteside is also a player that I believe the Lakers must target when it comes to a trade, but more importantly, a cheap trade. Hassan Whiteside is literally only on a 1-year expiring deal worth about $2 million. Trading for Myles Turner and Zach LaVine, the Lakers would have to give up some of their depth and some of their salary cap players. So if the Lakers want to go for a player that's cheap, reliable, and established, Whiteside wouldn't be a bad idea. It's just a matter of the Kings trying to trade him to the Lakers, putting him in a winning situation, but of course almost guaranteeing the Lakers the chip. We all know last year Hassan Whiteside was the league leader in blocks per game with the Portland Trail Blazers, and right now with him not getting consistent minutes with the Kings are going to try to trade him, as in this upcoming offseason, they feel he's not going to resign. Hassan Whiteside is a very popular Lakers target right now, and if him and Anthony Davis can run the front court for a deep playoff championship run, I believe a lot of NBA teams would be afraid to drive to the basket. If the Lakers can offer up Alfonso McKinney and a second-round pick, I believe that would be enough, as the Kings get a future asset, that second-round pick, instead of losing Whiteside for nothing, and then the Lakers get a 1-year rental of a strong playoff push. I would say in Whiteside's career, he's kind of in the stage where he has to kind of take a step back, take a minimal role, and with the Lakers being stacked and just trying to get better to compete, Whiteside is a great target. A lot of you Laker fans want him. But then the last move that I believe the Lakers should make, it's a top priority in my opinion, and that is them signing Andre Drummond if he ultimately gets bought up by the Cavaliers. With the NBA trade deadline being about 5 days away, there's actually been no trade buzz about Andre Drummond, and the Cavaliers actually might end up buying him out, which is going to be the most realistic solution. If this ultimately happens, I know a lot of NBA teams are going to be pursuing him. The Brooklyn Nets are one, the Boston Celtics are one, but I believe the Lakers is a team that must get him because right now they need help when it comes to their all-star depth. Andre Drummond has proven to be one of the best centers in the NBA, one of the best rebounders. Him and Anthony Davis would be a front court that would be insane and tough to beat. So ultimately guys, this wraps up my video for today on some potential moves the Lakers could make after LeBron James' injury. What's most important to me is one of your thoughts. Do you believe these moves are good? Are they realistic? How long do you think LeBron will take for him to come back? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!